We have just a few of you online, so thanks for joining us. We appreciate that. And I'm not going to mute everybody since there's only a couple of us. So as we're going along, just if you have any questions at all, just stop and interrupt Line Deb, and she will answer those questions for you. For those of you who don't know, this is Line Debbie Horn, my sister, my partner in service this past year that's joined me for many events and club visitations. So she is here today to do the Family Cub program. And I hope you enjoy it and get some good benefits out of it. Line Debbie.
Thank you. Okay, so why would we want to do a Lions Family Cub program? I always have to slow down when I say that because I always want to say Family Club program. So what is a Lions Family Cub program? The program is designed just for kids. It teaches them about volunteering and helping others in need, and they are our future Leos and Lions. And who are our cubs? They are the children and our relatives of our current Lions already in our current clubs. There are 3 different levels. There are ages 3 and under. Level 2 is ages 4 through 7, and level 3 is ages 8 through 12. And why integrate the program into our club? It fosters a traditional of volunteering, builds family-friendly clubs, and provides quality family time, and adds new energy to club activities. Think about when you already have an activity, like in our previous club, we did like Paws in the Park. And when we did our Paws in the Park, my grandson would volunteer to help us do our Paws in the Park, and he's only 7. So what better way than to teach him how to volunteer? Because we didn't pay him, we showed him how to volunteer and what it is like volunteering, and he just loved it. He wanted to help us every year. So every year since we have been doing Paws in the Park, he comes out and he will be the first one to volunteer, and he is not afraid to go up and talk to people and get out there and volunteer. So it's never too early to get your younger generation out there and volunteer in any of our service projects at all. How are these meetings set up? Each group will be supervised by a Lion or a Leo. Set your expectations by the age level of the children. Give the responsibility by the age level. Don't give them a responsibility that they're not going to understand, or it's just too difficult for them to even reach getting the responsibility done, because they'll never finish the task. Motivation and enthusiasm and praising goes a long way. Meeting activities designed them in their age group of the children. Participate in Lion Club activities. Need to plan according with their parents. A lot of times you'll have to get the parents' permission for them to attend whatever activities they have or whatever service projects that you have going on. Activities should be accommodating for the children. Tasks are supervised. Praise them for a job well done. Always keep them busy, because children lose interest very quickly unless they're kept busy. Help in fundraisers. They're great at helping in any fundraiser. Participate in banquets and conventions. Let them participate. They love participating in anything. Give them something to do. And so what are some of the activities that you could give them? in your packets, if you downloaded from the internet that we had out there, if you look in your packet, the first one, you'll see dot to dot lion. That is for your age group for the first level, 3 and under. You could help the children do the dot to dot and just draw out the lion, and then they can color it. That's a perfect activity. And then for the second age group would be your word search. Just simple stuff, And for the last one, the age groups 8 to 12, and I don't have what? Oh yeah, the word search was for ages 4 to 7, and then for the age group 8 to 12, I didn't have this this one out on the internet, but for 8 to 12, what I came up with for 8 to 12, and if we did this face to face, we were going to do this as an activity today, was a simple activity as you take a brown paper bag, put different items in it, take a blindfold, put the blindfold over their eyes, and then have them guess what is in that brown paper bag so they can see what it's like to be blind. You know, just simple stuff like that. So that is, you know, that's basically everything that you would do for those. And then don't forget to always give them a certificate of appreciation or participation. And you can find that in your packet because they always like certificates. So you would give them a certificate for participating in any of your service projects that you had, any of their activities that you gave them. Always make sure that you would give them a certificate of participation. So does anybody have any questions on how the program would work?
Debbie, can they download the certificate of appreciation from LCI?
Yes. All of this information can be downloaded from LCI. There's different things. A Lions Family Cub Program Activity Guide that you can download from LCI. There was no number on that. And there is also a pamphlet that is out there on LCI's. There's really not a lot of information out on LCI other than the pamphlet and the different games that they have, the activities. So basically, if you have children or grandchildren, you just basically use your imagination. Oh, the pamphlet has a number. The pamphlet is MPFM-37 EN 811.
And from there, you probably can find the Lions Family Cub Program Activity Guide.
Yeah, the activities.
When you get to that pamphlet, you'll probably be able to see some kind of a link to get to the other one, since they don't have a number on the packet.
There's really not a lot of information out there.
Debbie?
Yes.
How did your Paws in the Park program go or project go? How did that work?
It wasn't an event that basically Jackie and I had put on in the park for dogs, and we didn't have a lot of participation in our club, so I kind of went outside of our club, and I got a lot of my family members which consisted of my daughter and her son and my other grandchildren. And we got them all involved. And my grandchildren, we gave them the registration desk. We showed them how to register people. We showed them how to set up the games that we had for the dogs. Let's see, what else did they do? They went around and talked to different vendors that were there. They went around and they assisted some of the people that came to our event with their dogs. We had they helped us give out the awards. Let's see, what else did they do? We had one lady, she wanted to put her dog into we did a obstacle course. She was she wasn't really elderly, but she didn't think that her dog could do the event, but she really wanted him to be entered into the event. So she asked my grandson if he would take her dog in the event. So he more than welcomed to take her dog in the event. And they actually won second place. They got the best time. So, just by them being there and wanting to participate says a lot,
Sure.
there, and they're willing to be there and just go. And they weren't afraid to ask people.
Well, it sounds like obviously to get the kids involved, but it also sounds like a good community outreach.
Right.
There's a lot of people that come participate, I would think.
Right. And then, and they were like, if you want us to do like anything else, clean up. I mean, they were there when we cleaned up. They went around the park, and if people had trash in the park, they were right there, and they cleaned up the trash that people left. They put it in the trash cans. They helped people tear down. We had some vendors, and they went and they helped people tear down. They were just really helpful. And then, of course, at the end, I created my own certificate of participation, like grandmas usually do. And I gave them a certificate of participation. And so that went a long way for them. And, so year after year, they was like, oh, when are you guys going to hold your paws in the park? We want to participate, And then we started giving the staff shirts. Of course, I made them. And they was like, well, where's my shirt? I want a shirt. We're going to help. I want a shirt. So then we started making them a shirt. So they felt, important. So.
And kids love that. They love to be involved in your projects, especially when it's something fun like that.
Yes, I can imagine. Good, thank you.
Even if you had like, if you did, I don't know, like a lot of these, what do you call them? Like the meals and stuff. When they do meals. What am I trying to say? When you do banquets and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Events.
Events. When you do that kind of stuff, if you would get children involved, they could help carry an elderly person's food to the table. And, that makes them feel important to help somebody else that, can't carry their meal to a table.
And that's a really good one, too, for a club meeting. If the kids are there and they're involved in the club meeting and you're giving them some of these activities that Debbie showed you. And if you've got meals, let them bring everybody's meal to them. Mm-hmm. They will love that.
Sure.
Because we have people, I know our club, we have a lot of children in our club. So, they're coming with their parents to a meeting, and what are they? They're bored. So if you take them into a room and have all these activities for them to do, then bring them in and say, okay, you got their activity done, and then give, hand them out to the Lions and let them judge, okay, who has the best coloring that day, depending on your age group, and then give them a prize of who did the best coloring, and then give everybody a certificate of participation because everybody colored the page, even though not everybody won. And we only gave out one certificate for the best colored picture, stuff like that. So, because the kids are going to come anyway because their parents had to bring them because of the meeting. So, you got to keep them busy.
Yes,
And if they get awards, they love things like this.
sure.
How many clubs are there that are already participating in this Cub program?
I would say probably
Maybe 10, Glenn? If that was you who asked, or Jim, I think it was Jim who asked. It just depends on the club structure, how many of them are younger that have kids, or how many are older that have grandkids that like to go to places. And it depends on the club itself, whether the club is accepting of bringing younger folks, young kids into the club meeting.
Sure.
So it just depends on the club. But I mean, the clubs who do, that was my favorite part this past year about going to club visitations, because I got to see those clubs who welcomed the kids and brought the kids with them and watched the kids do their thing. And it's just absolutely amazing to see, because right there, are your future Lions that are ready to serve.
And future Leos.
Absolutely.
Right.
Because this goes to what, Deb, age 12?
Yeah.
And then after that, it's time for them to be a Leo. So all they have to do is go find a Leo club.
Any other questions that we can answer? Okay, that should.
Thanks so much, everybody. We appreciate you taking the time to join us today. We hope you got some good information out of the presentation about CUBS, because it's so important to involve the kids in what we all do for service so that the kids can learn the importance of it. We are recording the session, so it will be available on the district website in probably a couple of days once we get a chance to get it all up. And we will also be sending a survey out to everyone who's participated today through all the programs and getting your feedback on them. And we appreciate you being with us today and joining us. And Ed, if you are not muted, can you tell me what your last name is? Okay, or initials ED maybe, I don't know, but all I see is that, and I don't really know who you are, but we want to give you credit for being here today. Anyway, you all will get your certificates, and we do have, for like the main officer classes, we do have pins for you, and we actually have pins for everybody. So that was another important thing about knowing who was on our session, so we can make sure you all get your pin and your certificate of participation for joining us. But thanks for joining us, guys, and we gave you back a little bit of your time today. So we hope you enjoy Saturday afternoon. It's absolutely beautiful out there.
Thank you. Hey, Jackie, I got a hold of Marla, and Wednesday night will work if you're available.
This coming Wednesday?
Yes. Is that a doable?
Let me see. Wednesday. Yes, I can make that work.
Okay. We're going to try and start at 6. We're starting a little bit earlier since we haven't met in a while.
Okay.
And we're going to meet, and we'll induct officers, order, and kind of work through it. It's going to be a little bit less structured than any of our other meetings, but
Sure.
if you come do that, we want to get these new officers inducted. We've got a new secretary coming in, obviously new president, new everybody. So
Awesome. I love it. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, just send me the address for the location.
Yeah, it's Donna, 123 3C Highway. It's right there in the Kroger shopping area, Big Walnut Grill,
Oh,
right at the corner of 3 and 37.
okay. The Big Walnut Grill.
Yes.
Okay, I think I know where that's at.
Yes, it's, I think that the address they use is just 123 State Route 3, but it's hard to find on a GPS. Just pull in the shopping area there. Kroger's on one end, the grill's on the other end of the shop.
Okay. All right, sounds great, Glenn.
Okay, thank you so much
You're
for
welcome. I'll see y'all on Wednesday.
appreciate it.
Uh-huh,
Okay.
thank you.
Thanks.
Okay,
I'll
bye-bye
see
now.
ya. Take care.